pull on. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out, Mike Giver, one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
Let me find out my team ballin'. You look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the
fuck is wrong, Mom?
I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. The Falcons send out their punter. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel.
Oh, shit. I call one timeout. Fuck.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
How you doing?
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Right back to him on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown!
Oh, touchdown!
A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I got a first on this.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yes, the game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
47. Switch up. Slam.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Pick the ball!
Fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker.
3 niggas right there pick the ball.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Kill. Everybody kill. 58, come on. Let's. Come on. Check 13. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Prescott to throw it. Complete. It's Johnson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Louder, like, what the fuck? I need to get the fuck off this shit right here.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down.
It did, bro. I'm like, what the
Kill. 47.
I was like, what the fuck going on here?
Check. Here go 46. Gun. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's get there. Here we go. Going to 54. Line in. 54 is Mike. Check. 54.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Trying, bro.
Here we go, 46.
Ah!
Here we go, 154, 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd down now, Clements. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Oh, leads him behind on the spin. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies. And that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football, they're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Cut you off now. Trying to cut this nigga off.
And it's fielded at the 34. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And an update from up in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Hey, alert 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver.
Fuck, man.
A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down.
Oh, my God. He just went right through the line.
This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Put a mute button in. Okay, damn.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And an update from up in Washington. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along.
47.
Check your hot read.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, nearly picked. They may be lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
You ain't doing it. Go 46, 46. Gun, 26.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Taylor Gabriel. Results in a 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Gonna run again here with Pollard. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
I hear you.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Kill.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Cooper's got it. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Check three. Under. 58
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. 47. Check the ball. Match back. Whip. Watch the whip.
Here's Pollard again. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yo, Sponge, no. Go, get out there. Kill. Here we go.
This is Grant.
What the fuck am I doing?
Gain of
I'm
5
sorry.
as he gets it to the 30.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 26.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Prescott.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
I thought he didn't get it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
It's game situation. Let's go. No. Kill. 58, boy. 58. It's Mike. Hey, they're scared. He's crashing. He's working. Hey.
Pollard going to try the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
47. Jump. Slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here we go. 15 line. Get it.
On 2nd down.
Oh my God! Did you?
Going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
I
It looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Clements, and he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Falcons send out their punter.
That was,
Back
he was
now
gone.
in Arlington. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, watch this, watch this. We're going to 54, right in. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike. Gun. Man out. What do you think?
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. Try. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives, they've ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it.
What the heck?
Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Mike, 58, right there. You got nothing to that.
On 1st down, Pollard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check safety. At 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Get ready. Here we go, 46.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check 43.
Throwing. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Come on here, come get some. Ready?
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All day, baby, all day. Watch twist. Watch the edge. He's coming. Under. We got double up. Check the backer. Slam. Watch the ship. Hey.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This will be taken short. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Clements. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
15 lines.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Target. Hatchet. Shoot.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Falcons.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant 1st and 10. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were